to see who has the heart.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
This is your client. Now go out there and take it.
Everybody grabbing out there. Nobody touching. Just grabbing, everybody. Grab. Nobody touching.
Welcome to a special edition of Applebee's Tailgate Talk live on location. Don't go away. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is next. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. Real estate real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update, 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
This is head football coach Jonathan Snider of Ardmore High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Good Saturday morning, everyone, and welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, live here from the car show at the Sportsplex. We've got to find the name of this sucker so I can call it more than just a car show at the Sportsplex. Absolutely. There's a few cars out here, but we are here. Tom McClung, old Tomcat here, alongside Todd the Bod Tomerman, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. And like I said, we're live here at the Sportsplex Car Show, October 14, 2023. We got a great show lined up for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Big college football game, big high school games last night to talk about. Look for us on Facebook at Applebee's Tailgate Talk and on Instagram or Twitter at Tailgate Talk AL. Visit us online at tailgatetalk.net to get scores and archives of past shows. You can also vote on this week's Athlete of the Week poll and enter nominations for future polls, as well as find the links to download the PAS Plus app for your Android or iOS devices. Follow the Tailgate Talk podcast on iTunes, Amazon, Pandora, iHeart, Google, and other popular platforms. Hear us on your Alexa device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus. Call or text us during the show at 256-812-1TGT. That's area code 256-812-1848. Our calling guests come in via the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. And the special guest segment, ladies and gentlemen, is sponsored by Yellowhammer Roofing. Also employer of Debbie McClung.
Here we go.
Yes, sir. It works out. Hey, we got a great lineup today this is something I don't know. It's the first time we've ever had this guy, I believe. Now, his name is Phil Tesoriera. Did I get it, Tim?
That's the way I would have said
Tesoriera.
it.
Tesoriera, all right. He is a former Huntsville Havoc hockey player and the current Bama hockey coach.
Yeah. They only played a few games for the Havoc, but he was part of the Havoc.
Yeah.
It was like 17 games or so.
So do you know how Tim learned how to pronounce his name?
Tim's a professional. He knows how to pronounce all these names.
Tell him, Tim, you got to share. I can't share this. You've got to share the story.
Well, no, and that's what I'll do to some of these people anyway. I go online, I Google their name to see, and then I look for any videos that they may have been in before, so I can get how it was pronounced before. Of course, that's not necessarily always true, but. I didn't find any interviews, but there's several fights that he was in. Yeah.
Okay.
So the play-by-play, there's only one guy that didn't call him Tesoriera. They called him Tesoriera or something.
Well, actually, that's why I think when I first read it, Tesoriera.
Yeah, that I kind of throws it off.
Yeah.
But I'll ask him when I get him on the phone. If that's.
I'm just going to call him Coach, and I won't have to worry about it.
There you go.
Yeah. But so I had seen earlier where somebody had posted that, a former Havoc player was the coach, and I thought, I'll just try to get him, we at least because Terrence Cody was supposed to be on, and he's catching a flight right now. So
well, I'd hate to be sitting next to him.
Yeah, no kidding.
Especially in coach.
Yeah. So
he'd take up 2.5 seats, man.
So anyway, we're not going to be able to get him, but we were going to talk about his book signing next week. And
talk about me being at the game. He saw me up there, but right before he got ready to block it, he pointed right up there to me and dunked Coach Story. And I got it. And I said, "We know you do, brother." And he blocked it. We went home. I was there. Right in our end zone.
That's good.
Oh, man. That's right up there with Babe Ruth calling his home run.
That's the truth, buddy. We'll also have our local high school coaches. Big win last night in Lexington for Coach Oscar Bonds and the Tanner Rattlers.
Wow, yeah.
Tough loss with Jonathan Snider and Ardmore. They'll be joining us. Shelby Davis, tough loss against West Morgan as well, head coach of West Limestone Wildcats. Chris Bunio, another tough loss against Clemens. But these guys will be joining us for local coaches, and we'll have our Swami of the SEC, Mr. A.P. Steadham, joining us. Oh, by the way, who sunk a 15-foot birdie putt to birdie hole number 5 at Cross Creek Country Club in Mount Airy, North Carolina?
Tom McClung.
Tom McClung.
I read about it. It was going across the ticker.
Was it on the ticker on the bottom?
You
cool.
didn't see that?
Yeah, I did not. I
Sure,
missed it.
Yep,
Should have DVR'd that thing.
Yep.
All right.
Tom McClung, sinks birdie. Yep, it was there.
So I throw my arms up. I'm waiting for the gallery to start screaming. And I look around. The only two people that see me are the two folks that's waiting for me to get off the darn green so they can rake the sand, man.
That's all right. They witnessed it. They saw it. I bet that was a beautiful course. All those courses up there.
I love that. Nice. I love the front nine. The
was
back
it real hilly?
nine is
a lot of hills.
The back nine is where the hills are.
Okay.
The back nine is where
any
the
water.
Are. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
not as much as Trent Jones in Hampton Cove. My goodness, is the most water I've ever seen on any course.
Years ago, me and Coach Story and his dad, who's
I remember his dad,
Jerry, went to North Carolina. Donnie's Coach Story's grandparents lived in Asheville.
Oh yeah,
and which is beautiful.
Biltmore.
And we were going to the car races in Charlotte, but we went up there real early. Played like 3 or 4 different beautiful golf courses.
Cool.
But we go to this one. Guy carries us out on this big, beautiful deck overlooking the course. And he's like, well, all right, there's 2 things to know, guys. A, there's no water. B, there's no yard markers. What? No yard markers?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you'll kind of notice you'll see a bush on most of the holes, just a little bush on the left-hand side of the fairway.
The bush is 100 yards.
Yeah, he said, if you're kind of 150.
150,
sure
okay.
He said, if you're around that bush on those holes, you're about 150 out. So that was that, and it was.
Was it correct?
Yeah, it was correct, but it was still. Man, it was so beautiful, but it was such a hard course. The greens were small, and it was tight in the woods and the mountains. And But wow, but
yeah, those narrow fairways in the mountains, buddy.
Oh my God!
If you're not in the fairway, most of the time you are lost.
Let's just say all the ball finders who retrieve balls and sell them, they made some good money off Todd that day. That's for sure. For sure.
Was you going to try to find Joseph?
That's who I was going to find. Trying to.
I don't have his his cell number, but I've got. I think we're friends on Facebook. You want to shoot him a DM?
Nah, we're good.
Well, all right.
Well, did y'all bring Did you bring up who our maybe guests might be?
I did not.
Golf.
No, go ahead with that. Let us know who our maybe guests are.
Well, Coach Bradley Kimbrough and Johnny Johnson are out at a golf tournament, and so we may try to get them on again this year. I don't know what's going on as far as progress. They said they were going to send me videos or audio of play or shots and all that, but anyway, hadn't heard from them. So,
well, let's toss it over to producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert for
and more.
All righty, last night football. James Clemens just could not get it together against Austin. Didn't score until the fourth quarter, but Austin came out on top, 28-7. Hartselle beat Athens, 21-14. It was West Morgan over West Limestone, 42-7. Ardmore lost to West Point, 21-14. East Limestone also fell to Lawrence County, 43-22. Tanner, man, I thought the Rattlers were done for there.
Weren't they down 34-8 at one time?
34-6 or 8, 6,
something like that. It was. I mean, it was a while before they scored, but
I don't even think. Yeah, I don't think the other team even scored the rest of the game.
No, that's all they got.
No,
that's all they got.
It's like somebody just flipped a switch, and here come the Rattlers. But they won 64-34 over Lexington. Clemens beat Elkmont 47-12. Let's see here. Coming up next week, our guest will be Clayton Truder. He's author of the book Loserville, How Professional Sports Remade Atlanta. And then he's got a book coming out, maybe already out now. I know it's pretty soon anyway. It's called Boston Ball, Rick Pitino, Jim Calhoun, Gary Williams, and the Forgotten Cradle of Basketball Coaches.
Huh.
So
sounds interesting.
Say that again. Rick
Pitino, Jim Calhoun, Gary Williams, and the Forgotten Cradle of Basketball Coaches.
There have been a lot of great coaches come through that Boston area.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what it is.
I didn't realize Pitino would come through there.
Providence.
The Providence? Okay. Yeah. I was thinking just Kentucky.
Yeah, no, he was at Providence. That's where he kind of made his name. And
gotcha.
I watched some of those teams play live when he had Billy Donovan.
Yeah.
They went on to later win 2 national championships in Florida. And, yeah.
There he is.
Well, if you can't show up on time, sometime after lunch, it'd be okay. What are you doing, buddy? How you doing, Joseph? Ladies and gentlemen, lined up here, climbing into the picnic bench that we're sitting on, Mr. Joseph Scott.
Yeah. No, we don't need to take a break, do we, Tim, before Joseph
No,
okay.
We'll just bring him right on.
What's going on, guys?
I know you're out of breath from hustling to come up here with us celebrities.
Well, I just, duty calls. I appreciate it. Catching a little bit of wind.
Well, before we get started, Tom brought this up. So what is the actual name of the show?
Yes.
It is the 9th annual Athens Sportsplex car show.
Well, you were right, Tom.
That was right, wasn't it?
Tom said, well, we just don't want to call it the Sportsplex car show.
No, that's the name of it. Okay. It's a charity car show. All the proceeds today go to the Eli Williams Block Party Childhood Cancer Foundation.
Now, but they rotate the charities through the years. Is that correct?
Well,
I know it's been the Eli's before.
We do, but the last 3 years that has been the charity of choice. We kind of our Limestone County Mustang Club kind of puts this show on.
Oh, okay.
And I'm the president of that club. So what we do every year, probably middle of the summer, is we just put it to a vote because. Let's say that a club member or a family member or somebody has had something happen or, a house for a family is burned down or, whatever situation comes up, we have that opportunity to say, well, okay, this year the proceeds will go to X or Y.
Yeah.
But every year so far, they've just, Vic and Christy and little Eli before he passed was just such a vital part of our club.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yes.
When we would have our club meetings, Eli would bring one of his diecast cars and sit there and play with it and just be so quiet and polite. But if you wanted to get him to grin or talk, you just mentioned a Mustang.
He was ready to roll.
I mean, Vic and Christy weren't even really Ford people.
Oh.
And she don't know how Eli landed on a Mustang. That's what he liked. Yeah. And so
now is his car here today by chance?
Yes, the Eli the Eliminator, their Mustang is here. It's right up front. It's the black and with the neon green trim on it. But they did that car a few years ago as kind of a tribute to him. But this is our 9th annual show. Now, they have the Eli Block Party.
Right. We do. Yeah,
we cover it.
We cover that one as well.
Cover that one. That's right. So, but this one is really just a show that it kind of birthed. We had it here at the Ford dealership the first 3 or 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Our Mustang Club did. And it was an all Ford and Mustang show, but we outgrew the dealership. We just had more cars than they could hold. So we contacted, it's Chad now, but what was the director of the Sportsplex here that passed away a few years ago?
Ben Wiley.
Yeah, Ben Wiley, big basketball player.
Yeah.
In the Hall of Fame, I believe.
Yeah, he is.
So we contacted Ben, and Ben was so gracious and said, hey, you come out here and you have it at the Sportsplex, and we would love to have y'all. We'll move our tournaments and things around. And so
it's a great location.
It really is. And what a fantastic day. There's a nice breeze blowing. The clouds have parted and the sun is shining now. But we've got vendors out here. We've got Hot Wheels guys and diecast collectibles. We've got some of our sponsors set up out here. I don't know if I'm allowed to announce their names, but we're just excited to be here. I don't know the count. I would say we're over 100 cars already.
Okay.
But we have cars, trucks. I haven't seen any motorcycles today, but what makes this show beautiful and attractive to everybody is it's a mix of modern muscle cars, classics. Some of them are highly modified, street machines and hot rods, and then others are just kind of a bone stock, the way they built them in the 50s and 60s.
Right.
Yeah.
And people love that. The things about, I tell people that there's things that bring everybody together.
Yeah.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if you're black or white, what your religion is, what your political affiliation, where you're from, how you talk, it don't matter.
Leave it at the gate and come, let's talk cars.
That's right.
Man.
Music will bring people together like that.
Will.
And car shows.
Absolutely.
Car shows will bring people together because, again, it doesn't matter your background. It doesn't matter if you've got a $100,000 street rod or if you went down to the dealership and bought a brand new Camaro. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you love cars and you're passionate about it, people ask me all the time, they said, how do you know so much about cars? And I said, well, started when I was little playing with Hot Wheels.
Absolutely. We had we had model cars that you could sniff the glue and get high.
That's true, too.
We ain't supposed to tell that.
We ain't supposed to tell that one. But, yeah, hours and hours spent putting those model cars together, man.
Listen, I was one of those that find detail stuff. I didn't have time for all that, so I wouldn't even put the engines in or nothing like that. I would just do the outside.
Just put tires and wheels on.
Tires and wheels, and sometimes you take and I got this from an older buddy of mine. But if it was a car that I wasn't really necessarily fond of, you could take a match and burn it a little bit, right? Belt it, make it look like it's been in a crash.
Yes.
Right? I don't know if y'all ever did that. I guess I was evil.
That's popular nowadays. They take cars and they make them look as used.
No, that's what I'm saying. It looked like they
do that with guitars.
Do they really?
They do it with guitars. Yes.
What do you call it? The big demolition. Yeah, I had a demolition derby team. I had like 8 cars that I burned up like that.
Well, we had those T-stick pulling crash up derby cars. You remember those?
Yeah,
I pull the T-stick.
I had friends that had
Well, I had the Evil Knievel.
Oh yeah,
wound up and you come off that little ramp.
Yeah,
jump my sister's Barbie RV,
man.
Sister had a Barbie RV.
Yes.
Set that ramp up, he'd flip over that thing.
Before I forget, Joseph, I
Yes,
want to give you a chance to plug this if you're still doing it, because I haven't seen anything in a while. But your YouTube page in your show.
Well,
Yeah, I was gonna
I'm embarrassed to say that I've neglected. I've had a lot of family stuff going on,
Okay.
my health issues with my mom
Sorry.
and dad. No, that's fine. They're doing a little better now, but
Set her down there, man.
But the YouTube channel Fastback Saloon, I do a show every Thursday night where I talk about car shows,
and it's
cruising.
great, man.
Thank
If
you.
somebody hadn't seen it,
Yep.
and I'm a big Mustang guy. I think about you almost on a daily basis. Not because I do love you. You're a great dude.
You're in his
I'm
fantasies.
not
Yeah.
infatuated with you, but I love watching old shows. And one of my old shows is Adam 12.
Oh, yeah.
And they can go up. I mean, people loved Mustangs back in the early
Yeah,
70s and
they
60s,
do.
Well, Ford,
man.
you look at Andy Griffith's show. Ford
Yeah.
was
Ford, yes.
a sponsor of that show.
And that's what I think maybe
Yeah.
with Adam 12. But even like when they're just driving downtown, right?
The big galaxies.
There's no way
Yeah.
that Ford could have just planted all those. I'm
No.
thinking, people just loved them and bought them.
Yeah.
And my dad had one, and that made me buy one years later.
Well, people ask me, I said, well, my dad, growing up, he had GMCs, and he had, we drove a Volvo when we lived in Connecticut for a little while. And
A Volvo.
yeah, we've had everything. Hey, when you're up there up north, you need a Saab or a
Yeah.
Volvo, something.
Yeah, to
get
put
around
it
and
around,
get-
no
no.
kidding.
keep the rust out of it.
But, I've just gravitated toward Fords. I tell people, my first car ride ever was in a Ford Mustang. Mother and Daddy, in the summer of '69, brought me home from the hospital in a '66 candy apple red fast.
That's
What
what Daddy
a way to
had.
start,
Yes,
man.
yes.
What a
Oh,
way
my
to start.
goodness.
So I guess it started right there.
Yeah.
I didn't own my first one until 2005.
Wow.
I bought a brand new Mustang over in Huntsville, and
1983, 67
and-
Ford
and-
Fairlane.
yeah.
there you go.
4 doors.
Four doors.
Yeah.
And I
Yes,
haven't
sir.
been in your garage in a long time, but man, you mentioned earlier about how much you love cars. Dude, you got a garage that a
I
car
do.
person would
Well,
just love.
it's I call it the shop, but people who have seen it said, "Dude, this ain't no shop. You don't turn wrenches in here. This is
It's a museum. It is a museum.
That's
It
what they-
absolutely is.
It's my detached garage. I do my show from in there, but
Nice.
I do need to get back to doing some of my YouTube videos. During COVID, we didn't have as many shows.
Yeah.
But that's no excuse. I've been to Detroit this year. I went to the Woodward Dream Cruise again for the first time in 5 years. Just got back from Chattanooga a few weeks ago. We went to the Coker Museum up there. It was amazing. I had no idea it was that big of a shop. Corky Coker, does
Yeah.
Coker tires. But, everywhere I go, I look for, we went to Vegas 2 years ago, and my wife was in her real estate conferences, and some of the husbands went and played golf. I went to all the car shops.
Nothing wrong with that.
I went to Danny the Count, Count's Customs. We went to Shelby.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
Went to the Pawn Stars show and just did some fun stuff. But I'm gonna find some car stuff no matter where I'm at.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you come on out. What time's it going till?
9 to 2 o'clock.
9 to 2, ladies and gentlemen. The weather's perfect. Come on out and Bama don't play till 2:30 anyway.
Thank you for always
so-
hosting these
Yes.
shows.
Hey,
I know,
thank you.
Thank you for
Man,
letting us be a
yeah.
part of
Well,
it.
I appreciate
absolutely.
it, guys, and come on out. It's a beautiful day to give some money to a charity.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And it's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, WKAC, the Big 1080.
Hear Applebee's Tailgate Talk on your Alexa device by saying, "Alexa, open PAS Plus," and hear it in crystal clear quality. Applebee's Tailgate Talk will be right back. P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
First National Bank is a name everyone in the community recognizes. We see it in our schools, in our parks, and in our homes. First National Bank is proud to help make our community great. I am First National Bank Student Advisory Board member Elijah Goins from Athens Bible School, and I love to help represent First National Bank in my community. First National Bank, making communities great.
located at 1880 Highway 72 East and 321 South Jefferson Street in Athens. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Ardmore Telephone Company has been operating right here in your community since the 1950s. Over the years, we've brought you advanced communication services such as telephone, high-speed internet, and security systems. And going forward, we'll be right here ready to provide you with innovative services and the high level of customer service you've come to expect. At Ardmore Telephone, our proof is the test of time, running decades deep. We're Ardmore Telephone, and we are here to stay. For more details, call 1-800-830-9946 or visit ardmore.net.
Now on a platform near you, the only year-round weekly podcast covering the Huntsville Havoc, the Wreakin' Havoc Podcast. News, interviews, and more. Dropping every Thursday, we'll just reek of the Huntsville Havoc. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and listen, follow, and subscribe on your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app and online at wreakinhavoc.com.
Hi, this is Dan Loria, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
I'm all about that action. I'm all about that action. I'm all about that action. I said I'm all about that action.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, and our man of the hour, our Swami of the SEC, Mr. A.P. Steadham, is joining us from parts unknown. A.P., welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. So glad to be on Applebee's Tailgate Talk, WKAC 1080 AM, Athens, Alabama.
Woo! Are you in Tuscaloosa today, buddy?
I am on my way to Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge. All right.
Yeah. The Auburn Tigers take on the LSU Tigers.
Well, you were there at the Georgia game, and we played pretty good, so maybe that'll be a good omen for us.
Well, they got to condense the game and come out running that football, and because we know that LSU, they can't spell defense.
Didn't seem like it.
But
40, yeah, that's a big but.
Yes, sir.
49 points 2 weeks in a row on the road.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's pretty impressive in any age of football.
Jaden Daniels is hard to stop because if he gets in the open, he can either throw it or run it.
Yes. Yeah, he's a very good throwing the football. And not only that, the two receivers, right? We all know the quarterback is dependent on receivers leading the country, I think, in maybe touchdowns and yardage.
Gotcha.
As a duo.
Yeah, we learned a little bit later on this off week that, well, of course, if you were there, you knew it, but 6 of the 9 incompletions from Peyton Thorne actually hit the hands of the receivers. 1 or 2 of them would have been a stretch, but there were several just straight up drops that could have been game changers. But we won't visit that. We'll talk about let's talk about AP. That we may be a little abbreviated in our segment this morning.
Plus, tonight, man, you let all them little crazy Cajuns get, I'd say liquored up, but whatever.
Yeah,
tailgating all day.
Tailgating all day, man.
It's gonna be rowdy, no doubt.
Blood pressure will be high on most of them.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of adult beverage, right? You're absolutely correct.
Yeah. So how long does it take you to get there from home, AP? It's not too awful terrible.
I think it's about 3.5 hours, I believe. Yeah. Not too bad at all.
No, not bad.
Take the I-10 to the I-12.
Yeah.
Instead of going to New Orleans, my favorite country, I have to go to Baton Rouge. Yeah.
You ain't got to cross the Atchafalaya Basin on that long bridge to get to Baton Rouge, do you? Or is that on the other side of Baton Rouge? That's the other side.
Might be. I'm not sure.
You'll know it if you. Yeah,
you'll know it if you're on that bridge.
I think it's on the other side. But
I think it's on the other side.
It's probably the longest bridge I've ever been on.
Yeah,
that I can ever recall. Yeah.
Yeah, they got some long bridges over there. All that water.
Yeah, they do.
It's really fascinating. I like driving over water. Something about it. I was born on the river, so I like being near water.
There you go.
So tell us about what you think about the rest of the big games this week going around.
Yeah, the 3 most disappointing fan bases have to be, besides LSU, they got beat by Ole Miss, but I think Missouri was at home last week, had a chance to beat LSU and put up 39 points. Did play good defense. Kentucky, that was a total disaster, giving up 51, scoring only 13.
It sure was.
And then Texas A&M, you're playing pretty good defense. have amnesia with the 48 points you gave up to Miami, who ended up losing to Georgia Tech on the last play. But Texas A&M, Missouri, Kentucky, three disappointed fan bases, absolutely.
Yeah.
Kentucky, we thought they were going to lose, but not by 38 points. So Kentucky and Missouri face off today. I think Missouri, got the better offense. Devin Leary has not been consistent for him as the transfer quarterback with thousands of yards prior to arriving in Lexington at North Carolina State. Then you have Alabama, Arkansas. I mean, who would have thought Sanders, he's been injured. I don't know if he has 100 yards this year, Rocket, right?
Yeah.
Rocket. He might not have 100 yards, so that's disappointing for them. And, KJ Jefferson, he can't do it by himself. But they have tall receivers. So that'll be a challenge for Alabama's secondary. Big, tall receivers. And, I don't know. Jalen Milroe, he usually throws an interception, which is fine.
Or two.
Because they have, two, right? Because they have the defense to cover up that mistake.
Yeah.
But they're playing at home, so they should win. But A&M and Tennessee, Joe Milton III, they don't have any receivers been lighting it up, right?
Yeah.
10, 11 yards of reception maybe. So, but I don't know how A&M's going to rebound from that loss to Alabama. They scored the 20 points. Bama shut them down. Had been scoring 30 under Bobby Petrino. Definite improvement.
Yeah.
But I don't know how they're going to do on the road. And, Tennessee, they're still in a good position, even though they have the one loss.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about the end of Alabama's game last week and the kind of, I won't say debacle, but man, the end of it when, we should just hand the ball off and we're throwing it. And holy smoke, man.
Yeah, the person responsible for the game clock, I don't think he has a PhD. I don't think. I don't
if he does,
think
it was honorary.
I could be mistaken. I could be misinformed, but that's my observation. So, but they won the ball game, so we all hope they learned.
I hope so.
It wasn't a Georgia Tech Miami fiasco.
No, but it sure was.
Lord, no.
That could go down as one of the worst errors of any. I mean, that was just mind blowing. I saw it on the highlights and I went, "Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable."
The funny thing about it is this is not the first time we've seen it. Not only from him, but in the history of football, right? We've seen it happen. I've seen coaches hand it off in the backfield and give up 2 points for a safety to lose the game by a point. I mean. You just seen so many things in the game of football. I mean, like we saw last night in Boulder.
Oh my gosh! Last night,
what happened?
I fell asleep and I woke up this morning so upset. But I fell asleep right when Stanford was getting ready to score to send it in overtime. They were up like 30. No, how many points were they up? 28-9, right?
29 zip.
Yeah.
29 zip.
Yeah. Colorado was.
How about the fact that the receiver, who ended up with about 298 yards, did not catch a pass in the first half?
I know.
Wow.
Amazing.
13 catches the rest of the game.
Yeah. And they just kept going to him and going to. It was like everybody knew before the snap of the ball where they were going with it, and I'm sure Colorado had to have known, but they couldn't stop it.
No, couldn't stop them. So I know somebody I know on the team, Tiger Bachmeier, plays freshman wide receiver for Stanford. He caught 3 or 4 passes. So I was happy for Tiger. They won the game.
Yeah. At least Deion, he said the right things after the game. I saw this morning where he told him in the locker room after the game, he wanted his players to be compassionate about the game, or passionate about it, consistent in the game. You got to love this game. You got to love and want to give it all every play. And I think he was kind of questioning their heart a little bit,
Yeah, the love versus the like. Do you like football or do you love football?
Yeah, because you got to love it.
That's always the question the scouts will ask the pro prospects. Do you love the game of football? It's important.
Yeah.
Because it's not picking dandelions in right field. I can tell you that.
No, yeah. If you don't love it, you're not going to put the work towards it. So. No.
It's a lot of effort. Football, they're different from any. Well, basketball, you have to run around, you're exposed.
Yeah.
But baseball, like I said, you can be in the outfield. 3 days in a row, not catch
nice,
the ball.
nice to see a ball. Yeah.
Well, AP, tell us about As We See It, and then we'll let you get back to driving to Baton Rouge.
Oh yeah, AP and Kelly, As We See It. We're on 25-plus stations. You can catch us on Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays on our affiliates. And if not, on our Facebook page, we have all the episodes archived. Our past guest this week was Yogi Roth, Pac-12 TV analyst. We always check with my good friend Yogi when I want to see what's happening out west because they're relevant this year. It's a real shame that league is dismantled. So, but anyway, check us out, AP and Kelly, As We See It. We put it on our website, like usually by 1 o'clock or so on Thursday. We have the show.
All right. Well, I'm cooking gumbo after lunch after the show, so I'll be thinking about you, man.
Hey, thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Safe travels, AP. See you, buddy.
Thank you now.
All right, bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, our main man, Swami of the SEC, he's got his finger on the pulse of everything Southeastern Conference. AP Steadham. It's time to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
When you're looking for something special for your next event, why not bring in the most amazingly fine flavored shaved ice this side of the islands, Kona Ice of Decatur and Athens. Whether it's a school or major sporting event, a picnic, or a festival, Kona Ice brings the fun and laughter from their steel drum music to their signature flavor wave, where guests can flavor their own shaved ice. No event is too big or too small. Kona Ice makes fundraising easy too. Call Kona Ice today and tell them what you have in mind. 256-566-5298. Or look for them on your favorite social media platform. Kona Ice of Decatur in Athens. 256-566-5298.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens. Your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling? Paint peeling off your walls? Shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured. Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Davis & Cole LLP in Athens has served the area assisting individuals and businesses with bookkeeping, tax preparation and filing, and routine accounting. Davis & Cole LLP, located at 105 South Marion Street. Open weekdays 9 to 5. Call 256-232-9994. Davis & Cole LLP.
Takes the snap. He's going to fake the pitch. He's at the 20, the 10. He's going to get a cover. Touchdown, James Clemens.
Be listening for James Clemens High School football this season as the Jets take on the best in Class 7A competition. You can hear every featured game streamed live online at pasnetwork.net on your Amazon Echo device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus, or on your PAS Plus app, and later on demand. You can also hear the replays at Sunday afternoons on WKAC Radio. Join us for exciting coverage of James Clemens Jets football this season from Play Action Sports.
This is Oscar Barnes at Tanner High School, and we're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to welcome back to AP Steadham. No, welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Coach Jonathan Snider from the Ardmore Tigers. Coach, something about talking to you at a car show has become a habit. So we're at the 9th annual Sportsplex car show. Last time I spoke with you was at the Ardmore car show. So
yeah, well, it's a good day for it.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Well, buddy, I watched it, the last part of the ball game last night. Tough loss, bud.
Yeah, it was. I felt like we were both teams were pretty evenly matched. We sort of brought the same type of physical play to the game. I knew it would be nip and tuck. We just, I don't know, man. Things just don't bounce your way when you're struggling a little bit, and that's sort of been the the tail of the tape all year long. You know, I mean, our kids, gosh, I was so proud of them. I mean, because it would have been very easy us be on fall break this past week and you know, being 1-5 and all that, and just to not show up. And man, they showed up, and you know, we didn't do everything right, and but man, they did everything we asked them to, and I really, my heart hurts for them that they're not seeing better outcomes because they're playing hard, they're laying their guts on the line. It's hurting them to lose, which is a good thing. You hate losing, but when it hurts them to lose, you know, that means that, you know, the culture's changing a little bit. We just need to find some success some way, somehow, you know, for these kids, not for anybody else other than them, because they are doing what we ask them to do.
Yeah. Well, Coach, going into the fourth quarter, I mean, did y'all have any opportunities you felt that you could have, you know, scored to get back into it?
Well, you know, we, you know, it was tied up 14-14. Then of course they went up 7. We got the ball. You know, we had it down there. We were driving the next to last series. We were driving down the field and, you know, had a negative play, which sort of haunted us a little bit offensively this year. Ended up having to punt to them, but we had 3 timeouts left with about 4 minutes to go, a little bit less than 4 minutes to go. And, you know, we came up with a big stop, got them to punt. And we got the ball back with about 2:50 to go in the game, down 7, really on about the 50-yard line. And
still had the 3 timeouts?
I burned all the timeouts on defense. But still 250, 50 yards to go.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we felt pretty good about it, and, you know, had a couple of sacks, and, you know, it's part of it. You know, we had a couple of pretty good play calls there, and we just didn't have quite enough time to get it off. And,
yeah, that's one of those situations. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. It's, you know, just sort of, you know, ran out of time, and, you know, that's part of it. It stinks. It's not a good feeling, but I mean, you know, you just gotta lick your wounds and move on.
Coach, watching the call it the pass play, the pass interference that wasn't called, the announcers on YouTube TV where I'm watching the game are just, they're upset a little bit because you didn't get the call there at of the pass interference. What's your thoughts on that one right there?
Well, you know, I'm on plead the fifth on officiating. I mean, you know, there were never ever have I been involved in a game where an official has won or lost a game for you.
Right.
So, you know, I'll never lay blame on that. You know, there were a couple of calls throughout the game that I felt like were missed. And then, you know, when you're not winning, you feel like everything is going against you.
Yes.
And so that just escalates a little bit. And probably there's times that I may not handle those situations well. But they do hear me from the sideline telling them that they did miss the call.
Your thoughts at that particular moment in time.
Yeah. Well, you know, but you know, that doesn't win or lose a game. Yeah,
right.
We would like to have calls go your way and like for things to be called that should be called. But hey, you know, we're all human. We make mistakes, and you're never going to hear me point a finger at those guys. And it was a pivotal part of the game. But we felt like there was one early in the game that was, you know, that was controversial, that did not go our way, that we would have had the ball on the 10-yard line, and instead we didn't. But hey, that's part of it. You know, we all make mistakes, and you know, you move on. You can't point a finger at it.
Yep. Snap the ball again and keep going.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, it doesn't get any easier next week, Coach.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Unfortunately.
Going to Russellville next week, that's a load of fun. But you know, the one kid.
Well, and speaking of officiating.
yeah, that'll be fun over there too. You know, but I mean, you know, we got 3 more games left. I told our kids last night after the game, this group's got 3 more games together. This group will never be, you know, a group again after 3 games. So, you know, what are you going to make of it? I know season hasn't gone the way that we wanted to, or the way that we envisioned. And, you know, we've had chances to win more games than what we have, and we just hadn't done it. But how are you going to make the last 3 games the best you can, you know, for these seniors that are riding off into the sunset for the kids coming back. What can you do over these last 3 games that we can, sort of build some momentum going into the off season to try to get better, in the years ahead.
Yeah, I love that mentality, Coach. I mean, that's exactly the way it should be. For the seniors, let's work hard to win the next 3, but not only win the next 3, to go out feeling like winners, but to set up what you've worked so hard to help, produce for the younger guys. So, that's a great way to present it, and I hope the kids all listen to it and work towards that.
Yeah, and that's one thing our kids, man, they, that's why my heart hurts for them, because there was tears last night shed. You don't really see that a lot from a 1-5 football team, now 1-6.
Yeah.
Because it still means something to them. And as a coach, you just you keep trying to find those buttons that maybe you haven't pushed yet, that maybe you need to push to try to help them get over the edge. Nothing for me or my staff, but for those kids, because they're the ones out there that are laying it on the line and trying to do what you ask them to do. And, your heart hurts for them, but, you roll up your sleeves and go back to work. When adversity, comes to you, you hit it in the mouth and don't run away from it and become a better man for it moving forward. So we'll see what happens.
Well, we brought up seniors. Let's do a senior spotlight before we let you go.
All right, we'll do Mike Broadway.
Okay.
Mike has been in our program. He's been in the program for 4 years, of course, been with me for 3. Mike is a guy that has been a 2-year starter on the offensive line for us. One of our leadership council guys, is a very quiet leader. He's not a vocal guy. He leads by example, does things the right way, never misses, always there. Does everything that you ask him to do, is a great kid. He wants to go into cybersecurity, so he's doing some internship in cybersecurity.
Get back,
So I may have to call him one day. Somebody wants to hack into my stuff. Right. I don't know, but anyway, Mike is a great kid. Got a great future ahead of him. I'm gonna miss him because he's been a solid kid for us, but he's gonna do great things down the road, and really glad I've got to share a few years with him.
Well, Coach, that's awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. Good luck next week, and hope to talk to you again soon.
I appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, Coach. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Jonathan Snider, head coach of the Ardmore Tigers. It's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Missed part of this week's Tailgate Talk? Go online to tailgatetalk.net and hear the archives. Call or text us with your comments during the show at 256-812-1848. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC. While others have come and gone, the Lions Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lions Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lions Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627.
This is First National Bank Student Advisory Board member Claire Holt from Athens Bible School, and I love First National Bank. They make it easy for me to balance school, work, and my social life. With convenient services like online banking, bill pay, and the mobile app, I can take care of my finances without having to worry. I can check my balance, transfer funds, and I was even able to deposit my paycheck from my phone. First National Bank, making communities great.
Located at 1880 Highway 72 East and 321 South Jefferson Street in Athens. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell, there when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Real estate real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate real easy. Want to howl with the Havoc this season? Now's your chance from Tailgate Talk and the Huntsville Havoc. Just go to tailgatetalk.net and register your name. Then listen to Applebee's Tailgate Talk this Saturday morning at 10 on WKAC Radio as we announce the winners of Huntsville Havoc tickets. Howl with the Havoc this season from the Huntsville Havoc and Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Hey, this is UAH men's basketball coach John Schulman, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat, alongside Todd the Bod Tumble and producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. We've got the man of the hour on, head coach of the Tanner Rattlers, Coach Oscar Bonds, and Coach is like a. We had to read a book in my senior year there at Tanner High School called A Tale of Two Cities. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
You read a book?
Oh, yeah.
It didn't have pictures either.
Wow.
I mean, wow, it was impressive, man.
That is impressive.
That's kind of little bit of a description there. What are you guys down, 34
Well,
to 8?
it was like the worst of times and the best of times.
Yeah, just backwards, yeah. You guys are down big, man, not just like 10 points or something.
Wasn't it 34 to 8 at one time?
Yes, they was up 34-8 in the second.
Wow. And they didn't score again. And y'all scored plenty.
What happened? Because it's not only offense, it's defense. Because they didn't score anymore either.
Yeah. And for the listeners, I asked Coach Bonds off air if he went in and stuck them with cow prods and all. And he said no loud noises, no, he didn't verbally. He just said, boys, we got to do what we got to do. So just for fans wanting to know, he didn't go in there and
go in there throwing stuff.
Yeah, pop them with nothing.
No, I ain't doing any of that. I mean, we scored before half to make it 34-14, which was huge, and we was getting ball the second half.
There you go.
And basically, I take everything as a teacher and a lesson. This is the first game we trailed all season. Actually, at half, the Lauderdale game, we didn't trail them to the fourth quarter and the May Jemison.
Wow.
So, really just took it as a learning experience, because we had May Jemison, we was up 17-24 on them in the third, and they came back and beat us, and, learn from, the game's never over. We made a couple corrections, couple adjustments, and, get the ball to the playmakers. Pretty much what I was just saying, offense, we got to get the ball to the playmakers, and they hit us with 3 trick plays.
Is that what it was?
3 touchdowns all day.
Really?
Oh, yeah,
okay.
they did. I think they did 2 halfback passes, and then they did a jet sweep, reverse pass back to a guy running the wheel, and they hit another. That was the 3rd touchdown. And then we had I don't know what happened, but it was this crazy play where they kicked it off to us. And our return man, he just looked at the ball at the 5 and thought it was a punt. And they recovered it at the 5.
Oh, no.
He just lost. And that's how they got another touchdown. So, wow. And then they drove on us one time. They had one drive on us. The rest of it was like 3 plays and gave them the ball. So I really wasn't. Only thing I really talked about at halftime on defense was don't fall. Stay on your man if you're in man. Quit falling. 3rd and 12. They ain't running. They're gonna try to throw a trick play. And then just get the ball to the playmakers and make plays. If you're big time, you're going to make plays. And the whole line did a great job blocking. Running backs ran hard, and Stevens made plays, and quarterback did what he's supposed to do. And special teams was crucial, too. We ended up getting offside on them, too. So,
all right.
We played great. Played great in the second half.
Yeah. Y'all not still scoring, are you?
Oh, really?
No, we ain't scoring.
So, I just can't imagine as a coach, you're sitting there, they kick off to you, and your guy just lets the ball sit there.
Well, what would have been worse is if Lexington went down and downed it.
Yeah, oh my goodness! Yeah. Instead of picking it up.
Yeah, probably been worse.
But wow,
that was kind of fun. I was like, oh my gosh, it's just anything that could have went wrong in the first half.
Certainly turned it around in the second half though. To everything.
Yeah, it's all about responding to adversity, and that's something I always preach to them. Like, they got the arguing, typical stuff. Young, 15, 16, 17, don't know how to handle adversity. And I just tell them, like, this is how you got to be able to sprung, you stick together, and you pull and you push through it. And that's pretty much what they did, man. They rallied and played hard, and things started to turn. We caused a couple of turnovers. I think they may have had 50 yards total offense second half. Wow. We was pretty stout on defense second half, and we did what we were supposed to do and got the win.
Who stood out for you offensively? Obviously, 64 points.
And Demian Tyus, I think he ran 2 touchdowns, caught a touchdown pass, and threw a touchdown pass.
Wow.
Dang.
I'd say it's a good night there.
It's a good night.
And then Tylen Hall, I think he broke 2 long touchdown runs, and Skylar Townsend caught a touchdown pass from Carl Parham. Carl Parham made some good runs, scrambling, and Kyan Jackson just seems to always get that one touchdown we need, you know. Yeah. And whether it's in the first half or fourth quarter, he made a couple good runs. And then I want to talk about some of these guys on defense, because we've been stout on defense all season. We got a kid named Casey Hill. He's a dude. He plays the inside linebacker.
Yes, man. We called y'all's game, and that
number
dude
14
is everywhere, and he's not that big. Y'all got him listed like at 5'7". Yeah, but y'all got him listed like
about 165, but he's at a high IQ. Watch a lot of film.
Yeah,
and then we got big dude. That D-line is a stout forward, Darrell Howard. He had a monster game. Trey John Lent, Jamari Malone, and we got this guy we call Tookie, Terrell Green. He played great up front. Also, we got a kid named Aquavius Green I want to mention that plays the number 10. He plays at dog safety. He cuts those legs down. He's about 5'6", about 145, but he's a player. So
love it.
He's a player. So we got some guys out there doing. And we had some guys step up. We had a guy come in, had to play dog safety for us. The guy, Derek Malone, who's a senior, moved in. He made a great sack, strip fumble. We got it late in the game. That was huge for us. So we had guys stepping up. Nick Garth, he's been in and out the lineup. He's a senior. You know, he never gets down on himself, man. And he came in, he was huge for us, recovered a fumble, and had a great game last night. So there's a lot of guys made plays, man, stepped up.
Okay, well, you kind of covered that senior spotlight for this week with Derek. So, what have we got next week?
Red Bay.
We got Red Bay, man. It's pretty much for the region championship. They got one region loss, so we got to win this one. We get them at home. We got to get ready to stop the run and try to make them through it. And if we can make them through it, I feel really great. And we got to be able to execute on offense. We got to have a faster start. We can't come out flat and not make plays and, and just do what we do.
Got you. Well, we'll be reading for
also,
you, man.
Also, I want to thank my coaches, man. I want to make sure I give them some love.
Yeah.
Staff did a great job of making adjustments on offense, defense, and special teams. So I just want to make sure I give them some love, too.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, you got all the love from us here this morning, because that was impressive, buddy.
Very impressive.
Sure.
Yeah, we saw that score, and I was like, oh, my gosh. And then we kept on keeping up with it, and it was getting better. I was like, wow, man, what a great comeback. So good for y'all, great for the kids. I'm glad they stuck together and figured it out. And just good luck next week.
There's everybody listening to us. Rattlers playing for a region championship this week.
Heck yeah.
Come out, support the Rattlers Friday night. I'm going to try to get out there if I can, Coach. Schedule's crazy, but if I can get out there, I sure will, and root for the alma mater. So,
all right, I appreciate that, guys. Go Rattlers.
Go Rattlers. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, see you.
Thanks, Coach. Ladies and gentlemen, head coach of the Tanner Rattlers, Coach Oscar Bonds, and good things going on in Tanner right now, man. Good things. It's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Ardmore Telephone Company has been operating right here in your community since the 1950s. Over the years, we've brought you advanced communication services such as telephone, high-speed internet, and security systems. And going forward, we'll be right here ready to provide you with innovative services and the high level of customer service you've come to expect. At Ardmore Telephone, our proof is the test of time, running decades deep. We're Ardmore Telephone, and we are here to stay. For more details, call 1-800-830-9946 or visit ardmore.net.
Daily and Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
2nd 11 from the 31. 2 receivers right, 3 left. Back to throw. He throws across the middle. Touchdown!
Join us this football season for Limestone County football, streamed right to your computer or mobile device on the Play Action Sports app. You can also hear it on your Amazon Echo by saying, Alexa, open Play Action Sports. Listen for the replay of select games Sunday afternoons on WKAC and download each game from the archives anytime you want. Also available on all major podcast platforms and in the podcast section of the Play Action Sports app. Limestone County football from Play Action Sports.
Hey, this is West Limestone Boys basketball coach Justin Taylor, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We're here at the top of the hour. The special guest is brought to you by Yellowhammer Roofing. Our previous guest come in on the National Bank Hotline, making communities great. But this guest right here is special, which means
he is.
He's sponsored by Yellowhammer Roofing. Todd, I'm going to give you the honor, buddy. Introduce him.
Well, first of all, Roll Tide. Yeah, you just want me to say his name, screw it up, Coach.
No. I want you to say Roll Tide.
What we decided to say, Coach, is it Tesorero? Coach Tesorero. There we go, Coach. Well, first of all, man, congratulations on the past 2 nights. 2 wins against Wake.
I appreciate it.
Coming out of the gate, man, against Central Oklahoma, you were probably wondering what kind of team you might have, or was Central Oklahoma just that good?
Central Oklahoma, they are, ranked number 5 in the nation.
Oh, well, there we go.
They've been going to the tournament every year, and they're in the Final Four. They are a heck of a hockey team. And when you have, 9 true freshmen, not out of juniors, it's a wake-up call. It's an experience right there.
Yeah. Well, I think y'all got outscored something like 2-24 in the 2 games y'all played, so that was definitely a wake-up call.
Wow.
We scored 2? I thought we only scored 1.
I think y'all had – that's what I think I looked up. But either way, it was ugly. But the last 2 nights, man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
First of all, when are we going to get some ice there on campus? Maybe can't you convince them to put ice in Foster? Man, that'd be awesome.
Well, there's that. There's a couple different places that you can put it. I know they just did the renovation at the basketball facility. That would have been a perfect opportunity to maybe put some compressors in where you can just put the court on top.
We do up here in Huntsville.
There.
Yeah.
So, it's trending in the right direction. We have a Build-A-Rink on campus foundation going on. There's a lot of support around it. And, hopefully it happens in a few years. I know Georgia's building a rink on campus.
Okay.
And, if you got other SEC teams doing it, I don't want to be the last one doing it.
Right. Well, yes. And there's no reason why the University of Alabama should be the last one to do it. It's not like we don't have a couple of dollars laying around.
There's a couple when you make a bowl game.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I know Auburn's also in the process of possibly building a rink on campus. So, there's options there. We just got to find the right people to, kind of get the ball rolling pretty much.
Yeah. So explain to folks, including myself, so obviously Alabama's a D1 school, but you're in the American Collegiate Hockey Association, which is it governed by the NCAA? How does that work?
So it's not governed by the NCAA. This is considered a club
hockey.
Well, I thought it was club. So.
Yeah, this is club hockey, but it's the highest level of club hockey that you can play in the country.
So with that said, do y'all have any scholarships available, whether they're even partial or not, to give to any of these kids?
No, not for myself.
No,
I mean, one of the biggest things I focus on for the kids is, the price of tuition is, pretty high for Alabama. It's a prestigious school. If you go to class, get good grades, get on the dean's list, maybe we get some scholarship money that way for yourself.
Okay.
I kind of pride myself on these kids are here for school as well as hockey. There is a life after hockey for a lot of these guys, right? Not a lot of them are going to go play pro hockey or anything like that.
Right.
It's more, I got a lot of engineers. I had criminal justice. I have kinesiology. And, I'm trying to help them focus on, their craft. Yeah. So when they're said and done here, enjoying their 4 to 5 years at Alabama, they're set up for the world and the future.
Well, and good for you for being able to do that and help them with that, because obviously, with any athlete, you're there to get an education. But, how cool would it be able to say that you graduated from the University of Alabama, you played 3 or 4 years of hockey at that level. Not everybody can play at that level. I mean,
No, exactly.
People say it's club, but it's not like it's, some guys just getting on some back ice in their pond and just going out there and hit with a stick. This is high-level hockey, but,
No, it's the highest level we could find, especially here in the state of Alabama, right? It's not the most, well-known sport around here, but it's slowly growing, especially in the South with the Nashville Predators, the Tampa Bay Lightning doing well. We're getting more kids coming through the program. More kids are more interested in hockey, especially at the Pelham Civic Complex. It's, the teams in the South, when they do well, we seem to get more traction with hockey, and never know what the future holds.
So you play your games in Pelham, Birmingham. How often are y'all able to practice during the season? I mean, do y'all go there every day and practice? I mean, that's, an hour plus drive, I guess, around an hour?
Yeah, it's about 45 minutes.
Okay.
I try and give it on the light side depending on traffic. We practice Tuesdays and Thursday nights. Obviously they're able to go to class. We practice 9:15 at night, 9:15 to about 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Okay.
And these kids, I know I'm asking a lot of them to come down late at night, things like that. But they come to practice every day, and we're there to work. There's no time off. We only have 90 minutes on the ice, give or take, and we can't waste a minute of it.
I'm sure.
When we do drills, water, as I'm explaining a drill on the board, they're bringing the water over there. They're getting hydrated. We're getting right into the next drill.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hockey players are y'all are a different breed of athlete. I mean, you played at a very high level. And, I mean, I always admired you, like, back in your SPHL days. It wasn't like y'all were making, millions of dollars. You were not. No. But you loved the game so much, you're willing to put your body through all of that, and with you being, I won't say an enforcer, but you like to mix it up a little bit. You probably play banged up quite a bit from night to night, but you loved the game. And hockey, like I say, they're a lot like wrestlers. I don't know. Y'all are just different breeds of athletes. The way you think and the love for the game just takes over all the other stuff. It's just amazing to me. I don't know.
Well, I mean, when you play something your whole life, like I was playing for probably 15, 20 years, and then, you get the opportunity to do it and make a little bit of money on the side. The money didn't matter to me. It was the fact that I was able to do what I did as a child and excel at my craft, best way I could put it, become obsessed with it to give me an opportunity to play at a higher level.
Well, and you did that. Tim had mentioned before the show started that you actually spent a little bit of time here with us at the Huntsville Havoc. Obviously, I think it was only like 17 games from what I believe. I
got traded there.
Okay, I wondered if it was a trade. I didn't know how. And you were in Pensacola with the Ice Flyers at the time.
Yep.
So they probably kind of sucked, I guess, leaving that weather to come up here. I mean, obviously we don't have terrible weather, but it's not Pensacola weather.
No, I mean, I love Pensacola. Pensacola is my home. I met my wife there.
Okay.
Couldn't ask for anything. I mean, I'm from Colorado, but,
right.
Meeting my wife there, I consider that my second home. It was tough. I mean, I was in Pensacola for a year straight, probably a year and a half before I got traded to Huntsville.
Yeah. And plus, y'all were having a good season at the time, were you not?
Yeah, we were doing pretty well. They ended up winning the championship that year.
That's what I thought. So, then you come to Huntsville, and we were not having a good season.
we lost to them. We lost in the first round of playoffs.
Oh, geez.
When I was in Huntsville. So, and I couldn't even play. I got a concussion. last game of the year against Fayetteville.
Oh, so you didn't
playoff games.
So you didn't even get to get back on the ice to repay any of the guys that might have lit you up in practice.
I would have loved to be on the ice in that game. That's for sure. I mean, you're a family when you're on a team, but you remember some things that happen.
Absolutely.
So I would have loved to be there for that.
Oh, man.
But no, I mean, it is what it is. I came to Huntsville off of a trade. literally drove in, stayed the night, and I was on a bus to Louisiana to play the Ice Gators the next night. Wow. And that was my first time being traded. It's part of the business. It's not just for fun at that point. It's a life, and you got to do what you have to make it work.
Still got to make you feel funny though, right? Like, man, what was I doing wrong? And obviously you probably weren't. They just, needed to make a move, but yeah.
No, and I mean, me and the coach that traded me are still good friends. Like, we talk to this day, and there's no bad blood between us. It's part of the business. Obviously, he made the trade to bring somebody in that helped them win a championship. Can I be mad about that? Can I fault him? No. I mean, you're looking how to benefit your team as best you can with the salary cap and everything. And, unfortunately, I was one of the players that had to be moved.
Yeah. Well, getting back to Alabama hockey, you've got like Illinois, you've got Oklahoma, some smaller schools on the schedule. Y'all probably aren't traveling first class, I'm guessing. How do you, say when you do have to go to those places, is it bus? Are y'all able to fly?
It's bus.
Oh, geez.
We're going to fly to Chicago for the showcase. For that's right before Thanksgiving, and I know the kids have a little bit of a break. So we're going to fly to Chicago, play the 3 games up there against Illinois State, Northern Illinois, and Rhode Island.
Okay.
And we're right in Midway. It's a lot easier for these guys to get home. Not a lot of them are from Alabama area.
Right.
I got guys from Pennsylvania, Boston. I got California. So instead of flying out of Birmingham, it's a lot easier for them in Midway to branch out and get home for that 5 or 6 days to spend time with their families.
Yeah. Well, how do you, with no scholarships to offer, how are you convincing some of these kids that do live, several miles away? How do you sell them on, man, University of Alabama hockey is where you need to be? That's got to be a tough sell.
Probably the girls.
It's I compete with a lot of the smaller schools like Ohio University, Adrian, Minot, Liberty University over in Virginia.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, that degree, from Alabama, I know the money that goes into it, but it's going to pay it forward when you're done.
Yeah.
It carries a lot of weight. That cursive A, when you go into a job interview, everyone knows it's a prestigious university, like I said, and it's going to help you in the future of what you're trying to do with your life.
Yeah, that's true, without a doubt.
So tell me this, Coach. I mean, is the Alabama-Auburn / Frozen Iron Bowl rivalry as big in the hockey as it is, say, on the gridiron?
Our AAU team played them this year.
Yes.
We didn't get to play them. Normally, when I play them, we have half the rink full. We do a really good promotion night, get everybody there, and it's intense out there. A lot of people come to see that SEC rivalry, especially the Auburn game. But this year we're not playing them. I wish we were, because I just know the crowd, the energy that it brings in. It's fantastic. But, it's not as big as the football game when it comes to attendance, but the same fire and passion goes into football, goes into hockey, goes into baseball. It doesn't matter what sport it is. It's a rivalry game.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. I mean, best recollection, y'all don't have any ACC teams on the schedule this year, or did I miss somebody?
No. So most of the ACHA is not in the South.
Okay.
Right? So, I mean, our closest trip is Oklahoma.
Jeez.
Wow. So, I mean, our AAU team and our CHF Division III team, they'll play Georgia, they'll play Ole Miss, they'll play South Carolina, things like that. So, I mean, they have a little bit of a closer travel schedule. I believe our D1 AAU team is up in Huntsville right now playing UAH's team.
Yeah,
okay.
They played them last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I was going to ask you about also, with UAH just being up the road. Have y'all ever had conversations with them about a possible series?
I mean, for our Division I AAU team or D3 team, it's great. Actually, one of my players that couldn't find a job is playing on UAH. He's back playing again.
Okay.
So he, I don't know how the game went last night. I know it was tied 2-2 going into the third.
I think UAH won. I think it was a close one.
Now, Coach, you're talking different divisions there in the college.
Yeah, I was going to ask that.
There's 3, I think.
3 divisions in the college.
We have 3 teams.
Explain that for us.
3 teams.
Okay.
So obviously, when I first took over the job, there was Kyle Richards coaching the ACHA team. We had an ACHA Division III team. We had over 80 kids at tryouts, and you're only, you can take as many kids as you'd like. But, for me, for practice sakes, I don't need 40, 50 guys on the ice.
Right.
I like to take 27, 28 max, so I'm only sitting a couple guys a night. Same with the Division I team at the time. Well, the next year we had 110 kids come to tryouts.
Wow.
So these kids are coming from all walks of life, and it's like, we need to give these kids an opportunity rather than playing men's league hockey in Pelham. Why don't we try and, expand our hockey? So we ended up doing that, and we have our ACHA Division I team, so it's the top club hockey. You have our Division I AAU, it's a brand new league coming in, and then we have our College Hockey Federation CHF Division III team, and there's possibility of a women's team joining as well.
Wow.
Cool.
Now, on all these levels, do these kids have to take at least a minimum amount of hours at the university, or do you have to be a student to play in any and all of these leagues? Or all?
You have to be a student. You have to take 12 credits.
12 credits. Okay, there we go. Okay.
So 12 credits. I don't know about the other divisions, but for myself, I do grade checks, a GPA check to make sure we're all passing classes. Okay. For the league, it's 2.3. I asked for 2.5, 2.7 at least in order to play. Because like I said earlier, we're here for school. We're here to play hockey as well. It's a good thing that we're here to do that. But there's a lot of money going into your tuition, investing in your future. We got to make sure we pass our classes.
So you get these 120 kids in, they audition, they're trying out. So the best 25 or so, you get the next level goes down, and that's on that team. Is that how that works?
To an extent. I mean, it just depends on what works with their schedule. There's a lot of guys that are here for school. Like I know one kid on my team is a dual major, and he has trouble making Tuesday practices, and he's a senior. Wow. Yeah. He's got his lectures, and he's a senior. It is what it is. I can't really work with his schedule. I have to work with his schedule.
Yeah.
All right.
Because he can't miss those classes. But, he'll show up for practice. We're on the ice at 9:15. He'll be there at 8:45, 9 o'clock. Can I fault the kid because he's trying to, better his life? No. He comes to the rink, he goes to work, and he goes home and does the same thing on Thursdays.
That just puts everything. I mean, your staff, the kids, and I'm not saying this kid's situation in particular. I'm just saying in general, not having scholarship kids and it being treated, like a Division I, sport. Man, y'all just got a lot of obstacles in the way.
There's always a hurdle, and you know what? We're always jumping it. And like you said, staff. For myself, it's just me. I'm your
I thought you had
president, coach, equipment manager, assistant coach.
Bless you.
I'm all the above. When we went to Ole Miss my first year, we had a kid dislocate his shoulder, had a kid break his ribs.
Wow.
So I'm wrapping a kid's ribs, going over the insurance with the trainer, and giving my, in between period speech to get ready for the next period.
Unbelievable.
All in a matter of 20 minutes. We ended up winning that game 2-1. So
sweet.
Did you know what you were walking into when you said, yes, I want to coach this team?
I mean, there's a little bit more than I thought, but at the same time, the kids also help out as well. They're very coachable kids, and they're willing to help out when they can.
I hear some kids are looking for a place to play. Somewhere up north, they've all got glasses. I think their last name's Hanson brothers.
I mean,
Hanson brothers. Yeah,
I heard a little bit about them.
Yeah, if you're familiar with them, they probably would play pretty well.
They play an old school style of hockey that I wouldn't mind to bring back.
They'd probably fit in. I imagine.
Yeah. They'd fit down here perfectly. They're already missing wearing glasses. They'd be great.
Y'all don't have tinfoil there in the training room, do you?
Oh man,
I can go buy some for sure if we bring a
putting on the foil, man.
Oh, man. I know you didn't spend much time in Huntsville, but did you ever come across John Gibson by chance? I know he wasn't with the Havoc at the time in coaching or any other position, but he might have been around the team.
Or Phil Daigle, either one of those two guys.
I mean, I don't know the name off the top of my head, but when I was there, like Stu Stefan, who's the new head coach, he was my D partner.
Okay.
I played against Ty towards the end of my career when he was on Huntsville, the new assistant coach. So I mean, they're doing some good up there. I had a great time playing up there. Huntsville's a fantastic town. Especially for a guy like me from Boulder, Colorado, coming down south to being able to experience things like that. It's an eye-opening experience, and couldn't ask for anything else.
Yeah. I was going to ask you what your impression or what your pre-impression was of hockey in the South.
Yeah, so when I was playing in Denver, after I finished playing college, played 2 years for the Denver Cutthroats in the Central Hockey League where I'm from.
Now, that's a name right there, brother. Denver Cutthroats. Yeah, buddy.
So, I enjoyed my time there. We ended up losing in the finals, and the team folded.
Oh, wow.
And, yeah, so I needed to find a job. I was either going to go to Kansas City to the Mavericks, but Pensacola offered me a job, and I didn't know what to expect down here. I had to look up where Pensacola was. I didn't even know.
Were they the Ice Pilots?
I looked it up. They were the Ice Flyers.
Ice Flyers.
Pilots.
Okay, so I'm dating myself. Sorry.
No, it's all right.
Go ahead.
But no, I didn't know what the South entailed, so I had to look it up on Google. Back when I was still using MapQuest to get down here, because I didn't even have an iPhone at the time.
Oh wow!
But I thought it was going to be fountains, trees. Yeah, I found out differently.
That's Fort Lauderdale.
Talked about it. Yeah, we didn't know if it was going to be Dukes of Hazzard or anything like that. But,
it's closer to Dukes of Hazzard than it would be to fountains.
Just a tad. I mean, I didn't have a truck at the time. Looking at more trucks, but no, the people down here are fantastic. I can't ask for nicer people. It's not as fast paced as where I was, but everyone's nice. I found my faith a little bit more when I moved down here.
Yeah,
and I couldn't ask for anything more.
Narrow minds on the narrow way, brother.
Yep, absolutely. Listen,
before we leave Pensacola, you can't leave Pensacola without talking about the Skeeters.
No.
I'm a tire man, right? So water gets in tires, and Skeeters love tires and water, and they'll hum. You come up to roll a truck tire around, you'll hear a bunch of humming. You better bring the Skeeter repellent. I'll put it that way.
That's what I mean. You need something. I've never bought a tiki torch so fast in my life. Coming down here,
Citronella Brothers, my friend.
Yes, it is.
No.
You say y'all practice at the Pelham Iceplex? Did you bump heads with the Bulls much during the season?
Not much. I mean, I'm good friends with Craig Simchuk. I played with him, played against him for years. And, I go over there. I bounce ideas. I talk to a lot of the guys. I know a lot of the players. I've offered for their players before their season. Obviously, game's going on now. But, if you need a little bit extra ice, it only helps my players in the long run.
Yeah.
They get to learn something new. Maybe there's some guys that are interested in coaching. Why don't you come on out, put your gear on, grab some guys to the side, start working with them, individually. Yeah. But the only hiccup we have is going to be next week, the home opener, actually. So the Bulls are going to be playing on the main sheet while I'm on the practice sheet playing University of Illinois. And then we have our Division I AAU team playing after me at 10 o'clock. We have 3 hockey games from 7 to midnight. It's gonna be a real busy night.
So is there getting stands on the practice ice? Like is there any
there
place
are.
for
I mean,
fans to sit?
It's not as big. It's not as big as the main sheet. But to be honest, we're gonna be battling fans which I completely understand. It's a team that lost in the finals last year.
Yeah.
So everyone wants to come watch them play.
Yeah.
But the practice rink, you can have 50 people in there. It's going to look packed, and it's going to be loud.
It'll be loud.
Great.
Yeah.
They got the real glass on the practice side, not the plexiglass.
Sweet.
Hits are extra hard.
Talking about it. Yeah, buddy.
Wow.
So,
old school.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, very old school. I mean, I've broken a couple panels there just shooting pucks.
I'm sure. Just pop in the right place.
I love that atmosphere and that smaller rink just for what we need. And maybe, for our team to maybe get that jump start. Obviously, 2 wins this weekend is a step in the right direction. But, playing a rink like that.
Yeah, and I'm sure your office is probably 3 or 4 doors down from Coach Saban's. You can just go down and talk to him, have him come in and give the team a rally, talk, and y'all will be set, man.
I mean, that'd be fantastic. His son-in-law used to play on the team back in the day.
Oh, cool.
So he was there. We had alumni weekend this past weekend. So last night, where all the alumni were on the ice, and I got to talk to him a little bit. And, he was just more than happy to come and, watch a hockey game. And, we made sure to honor the alum. We're auctioning off a boat that says Roll Tide all over it. So we're doing what we can to help our team.
Yeah.
Well, that's ironic as heck that Coach Saban's son-in-law is a former hockey player. Because if you're going to marry Coach Saban's daughter, you better be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
You better be willing to.
He's probably able to take it. Yeah.
Better be willing to throw some hands if necessary.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
But no, they're going to have a heck of a football game today against Arkansas. They're getting back on the right track from what it's looking like, and we're going to follow suit.
Yep, there we go, man. Love to hear it.
Oh, and by the way, UAH did win the game last night in overtime, 3-2.
Okay. Did they really?
Yeah.
Good for them. Good for them. So, I mean, that's always been a battle in the past. It's good to see, a lot of competition rising in the state of Alabama.
Yeah.
But Coach, this is your first time to join the show, and this cannot be the last. Tim, I'm putting this on you, producer extraordinaire.
Well,
this has been an excellent conversation. We've got to bring you back on here. I'm an Auburn fan. Heck, I don't care. I love the camaraderie between. Now, that's not me 20 years ago. 20 years ago, I was a turd, but
well, I still am.
Well, Todd still is.
I roll Tide all the way. Fart on them War Eagles. Tom knows I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know he's okay.
Well, to make you guys both happy, I believe last weekend our AAU team split the weekend with Auburn.
They did. I saw that.
They both won, and I heard they were very tight, competitive games.
One goal. Auburn won by 1 goal. Alabama won by 1 goal. So
that's right. I think it was 6-5 both nights.
6-5 and 5-4. I think.
More.
Yeah. Oh, very entertaining games. Got to be.
I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, those are the games I enjoy coaching in. Those 1-goal games, especially last night. Giving up a goal with a minute left in the game for them to tie it, and then just moving players around. It's a chess match.
Yeah,
you're trying to beat what they're putting out there. You're playing chess, not checkers. Yeah. And we ended up getting the dub last night. Michael Kramer, actually from Huntsville, Alabama, ended up scoring the game winner.
Nice.
And growing up in the South, man, hockey's something that I never.
No, we didn't have that back then.
We didn't have it. Back
we had a roller skating rink after Friday and Saturday night.
Right.
But we didn't have hockey.
But after you start going to the games, and I tell everybody, man, hockey's it's a game you need to go experience in person, man. What y'all can do on the ice is just unbelievable. The hand-eye coordination, and you're doing it while you're skating
backwards
and getting poked and prodded and busted, and it's just amazing to me. I used to say basketball players were the best athletes, but I put hockey right up there with any of it because, again, you're doing it on ice, and it's just.
I mean, you have guys almost the size of basketball players playing the game of hockey, and they're doing it on a piece of steel the size of your pinky straight out.
I mean, it's
So
amazing.
it's edge work and everything, ankles. These big guys can move now.
Yeah,
and
the
it's
speed
not like
of
it
the
used
game,
to be.
even at y'all's level, the speed is just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Well, compared to, hockey in the 80s and things like that, the game now, you don't have to be the biggest, baddest guy on the ice.
No.
So, I took a little bit of a smaller team working on speed and things like that because, the game's always evolving. It's always changing. I'm still a student of the game. I'll always be, even as a coach.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, Coach. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's you're always learning as you go, and how the game is now. I want smaller, faster guys.
Yeah.
It's how you hit the holes a little bit quicker. It's
exactly. I mean, if you can't catch them, you can't.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Right. Now that reminds
me
of
hook them like you used to back in the day.
Yeah, that's right.
That reminds me of a kid that I've heard about coming out of high school here. His older brother played minor league hockey. Looked a lot like Patrick Swayze. His kid named Dean Youngblood, I believe. Looked a lot like Rob Lowe. I don't know. I mean, they just never could catch him, So, but he had to deal with this guy named Racky. But, when Racky come out and he finally got found in. Sorry, Coach. I love hockey movies,
Keanu
man.
Reeves in net. I hear he's a heck of a goaltender too. So.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Now we have a guy that Tim. Who is he? He was the technical advisor to these hockey movies. Has come on the show.
Jack White.
Jack White, yeah.
Did the Mighty Ducks, man.
Done the Mighty Ducks as well. So we love talking hockey up here.
That's fantastic. I mean, for me, my movie that I love to watch is Miracle, just because they took hockey players and taught them how to act.
Yeah.
It wasn't the other way around. It was they taught hockey players to act, and you can tell they're hockey guys from a mile away.
Yeah, you're right.
And he certainly did it his way, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he portrayed it to the T. It was awesome. Great movie.
Yeah.
And the pants.
I mean, that Callahan with that hit. I mean, I've seen that video thousands of times watching the game live. I wasn't alive then, but when you watch the replay, it's that hit against Russia that changed the entire momentum of that game, and I will never forget it.
Yep.
That's awesome. So. Coach, let me try to pronounce the last name. Phil Tesoriera.
There it is.
All right. Yeah, buddy, I appreciate that. I actually cheated. I put accents over the first S and over the second R.
Oh, it's all right.
Tesoriera. So
back when I was playing, they would say Phil number 11. They wouldn't even pronounce my last name. So
there we go.
So is this Italian heritage or?
Yeah, Italian-Irish. I'm the worst.
Oh, God bless you, son. God bless you, man. You've got Italian and Irish. So, hell.
No wonder you fought on the ice all the time.
What am I trying to say? Loved is what is the big Irish dish? Beef. Help me, somebody. Yeah, they eat it on St. Patrick's
Corned
Day.
beef and hash?
Corned
That's what
beef,
I say,
yeah.
corned beef and hash.
You got to put garlic, parsley, and basil in your corned beef and hash. So
that's right.
I mean, that and St. Patty's Day, it wasn't about the drinking at that point. It was about some corned beef. I mean, I still do to this day.
Still is in my house, too. I mean, I'm a
Right?
Mick. I'm a Mick myself,
Yeah.
so.
I don't need any Jameson. I don't need any Guinness. I just need a nice hearty meal, and I'm good to go.
Give me some corned beef, hash, taters, and carrots. My wife makes a good one.
Oh, man.
And
Can't ask for much.
We're both Scots-Irish, so we get it.
Okay.
We dig it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Coach, thank you so much.
Thank you.
What a great conversation. Come back to Sis, and don't be a stranger.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. No, pleasure for having me on the show. Hopefully, you guys can make it down to an Alabama hockey game. We can get the word out that we do have hockey in the South, and it is growing, and it's only getting better as we keep moving forward.
Absolutely.
That is for sure, buddy.
You're doing a great job of getting that out, so thank you.
And maybe next time we won't be in the wind, so you don't hear all that wind.
Oh, it's all right. I mean, yeah.
Coach, thank you so much for joining us, bud. We appreciate it.
No, absolutely. Take care and roll tide.
I hear you, War Eagle.
Take care.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, head coach Phil Tesoriera of the Alabama hockey team. Just wonderful. It's cool. Thanks, Tim. Good job, dude. Good job. It's time to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Davis & Cole LLP in Athens has served the area assisting individuals and businesses with bookkeeping, tax preparation and filing, and routine accounting. Davis & Cole LLP, located at 105 South Marion Street. Open weekdays 9 to 5. Call 256-232-9994. Davis & Cole LLP.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
When you're looking for something special for your next event, why not bring in the most amazingly fine flavored shaved ice this side of the islands? Kona Ice of Decatur in Athens. Whether it's a school or major sporting event, a picnic, or festival, Kona Ice brings the fun and laughter. From their steel drum music to their signature flavor wave, where guests can flavor their own shaved ice. No event is too big or too small. Kona Ice makes fundraising easy too. Call Kona Ice today and tell them what you have in mind. 256-566-5298. Or look for them on your favorite social media platform. Kona Ice of Decatur in Athens. 256-566-5298. Tune in every Tuesday through Thursday this football season for the WKAC Coaches Shows. Join us as we get the scoop from Ardmore, Athens, Clemens, East Limestone, Elkmont, James Clemens, Tanner, and West Limestone. The WKAC Coaches Shows on 1080 WKAC.
Hi, this is Gene Jelks. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat, alongside Todd the Bod Tummelin, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, and we've got head coach Shelby Davis from the West Limestone Wildcats joining us. Coach, tell Spencer if he's going to come back, he's just going to have to, not coach for the West Morgan Rebels, right?
Say that again, y'all.
Yeah, we've got a lot. Sorry about that, Coach. We've got a lot of wind here. I'm talking about Spencer Davis, former Wildcat. If he comes back, tell him to coach for, not coach so hard.
Yeah, head coach Phil's pretty close, and
yeah,
he knows Spencer, and he's done a great job for Coach Phillips, and proud for him.
Well, he done a great job for you as well. That's why the comment from Spencer. He was a former West Limestone player, so.
Yep. Oh, yeah, no doubt.
So, tough night last night. I mean, y'all knew going in, West Morgan had been putting up 56, 60, even 83 against Brooks or whatever it was. So obviously, they can score points, and they scored, plenty last night. But, what did you find you struggled with? I mean, obviously, what was it, 42-7? I think was the final. So, what were they doing defensively that kind of messed y'all's night up? You feel?
Well, we just the first half. I mean, it should have been 7-3 at halftime. Us, we snapped one, and gave them a short field, and they scored 7-0 us in the first quarter, and they scored that one, and they even scored on a 3rd and long. Right there. I think it may have been 3rd and goal, but it was a long 3rd down, and they just, we let them get behind us and gave up a touchdown. And so that makes sense. At least would have liked to held them to 3 right there. And, and we just, we had lapses, man. We came out, we wanted the ball. The game plan was to keep the ball away from them. I mean, they just got weapons everywhere, and they got good coaches that do a good job with them. And, defensively, I thought, we played hard and we hung in there in the first half. And when you got that many weapons on offense, you're going to give up some plays. But I thought we had a great game plan, and we executed it pretty well there in the first half, snapping it over the punter's head. But second half we just we came out, and we part of the game plan was they've been killing people on special teams, and it's because they're playing 11 guys, and they're not having to turn around and play defense. Offense, all those guys are over there resting while, defense is on the field and vice versa. But, on the flip side of that, they can put all their dudes out there on special teams. So they've been killing people on special teams all year. And we told our guys, we can't afford to give up big plays on special teams. And we snapped it over the punter's head. And there in the second half, we opening kickoff, boom, we let them run it all the way down inside the 20, give them another short field. So, they were able to score one quick. And, I don't know, what was the deal was, offensively. We couldn't get back in a rhythm. And, we actually made them get out of their base defense. They had to adjust and make some, adjustments there as far as, their defense, and hats off to them, man. They get after it. They play hard, and they fly to the football, and Coach Phil's doing a great job with them.
Yeah, I mean, it sounded like I was trying to keep up with it on Score Stream and all that, and as I saw him pulling away, I mean, it's just like you said you said they had to change up offense for a little bit, but. I don't know what I'm trying to ask. Just the frustration level, I guess, as a coach sometimes when you see those things and, you've talked to the kids about, no, we can't have those mental mistakes, especially on special teams. And then they go out there and they, snap over the head and things of that nature, long returns. Those are back-breaking plays. Obviously, hopefully the kids learn from them, and they will. I'm sure this next week's practice will teach them a little bit of that, but when you're there in the moment and stuff, what are you thinking? How are you trying to reel that back in to keep the kids, on the same page?
Yeah, I don't know. You try to play the next play, and you try to keep encouraging them, and you keep coaching them up. And, at one point I think I said, that they're out here running the Kansas City Chiefs playbook, and, we're struggling just to run a play we've been running for the same, 6 years. But, it's just very frustrating, and, sometimes bad things happen, but some of it's us. And we just, for whatever reason, when we're supposed to block down, we block out. And, when we're not supposed to let a guy get behind us, we let him get behind us and give it. So it's just, I don't know. We're going to have to get our heads together and get it figured out. And it is frustrating. It is frustrating because when we're locked in and we play well, we can play with anybody on our schedule. And but when we're not, anybody on our schedule could beat us. So, we just, I told the guys after the game, look, I was proud of our first half, but the second half, not very good. And, nobody gave us a chance to play with them, and we played with them.
Yeah.
And, so, we just gotta go play our best ball these last 2 games in order to have a chance to get in the playoffs. I mean, they're both at home, and they're both teams we can beat, and we're just going to have to decide that we're going to go do it and do it.
Yeah, I got Central coming in, and I think they lost to Dexter last night. High-scoring game last night. I think they put 40-something on the board. So, obviously, another high-scoring team coming in. What do they do, offensively that y'all, may have to tweak or be concerned about?
Well, it's another wing T team. They're going to line up. They're going to do what they do, and they're going to shift. But they're tacticians when it comes to the wing T. And I watched that game this morning. Dexter just didn't tackle very well at all. I don't know what's going on with them, but they didn't look very well. Defensively, they just missed. I bet they missed 30 tackles easy.
Wow.
And gave up a lot of big plays to them, but we just got us and getting better at what we do, and just going out there and executing.
Well, it sounds like if the kids are, stay and play their position, wrap up, make that tackle when they make that first initial contact, that, you'll be able to keep a lot of that in check.
Oh, yeah, that wing T's predicated on, man, you got to be disciplined on defense. Yes. You got to have your eyes where they go, and, you can't be worried about anything other than what you're supposed to do. And, they just wait for that one person not to get lined up right or have their eyes where they're supposed to be, and, they'll bust you on one.
And then they're gone. You're right. It's a tough offense to defend, without a doubt.
Yeah, and they got a couple guys, the Palmer kid, a couple of field guys really fast. So we're going to have to tackle and get them on the ground.
Well, let's see if we can get a senior spotlight out of you this week.
All right. Have I done Peyton Ridgeway?
No, you have not.
Well, let me do Peyton Ridgeway, and I'll do Austin Coleman, Landon Adams. They're all 3 seniors on the offensive line for us. They're veterans. They've started for a couple of years, and we've managed to keep them healthy this year. And they kind of make the way and part the way for Easton, and so we've leaned on them heavily this year. Trying to get the running game going and get behind those guys and move the ball down the field. But those 3 guys, seniors, offensive line, we're gonna miss them for sure.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for joining us today, man. Good luck next week as Central comes to town.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Coach Shelby Davis, head coach of the West Limestone Wildcats, and it's time to take a quick break. We're live here from the 9th annual Sportsplex car show, and I almost forgot to say that we took that phone call on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. So we'll be right back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
You can help Limestone County student athletes by donating to the Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship. Send it in care of Garth Garris, 13833 Pinnacle Drive, Athens, Alabama, 35613, or make it in person at First State Bank of the South at 1319 Highway 72 East in Athens. We'll be back with Tailgate Talk after this. Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand. First to help with community events and fundraisers. First to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations. First to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events. And most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together. That's what we strive for.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the Play Action Sports Network. Whether it's Play Action Sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun basketball, James Clemens Sports, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk via PAS Plus. PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net.
Hey, this is Upmont Girls basketball coach Tom Waller, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
And welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, Old Tom Cat here, alongside Todd the Bod Tomlin, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. And we were trying to call a couple of guys, and they just didn't want to talk to us. All right.
Saw Tim's number.
Saw Tim's number. Said, nope.
Well, they're busy today.
I am busy at the moment. So y'all are stuck with us for just a little while. Todd, what's the score?
I don't know. What's 3-0?
There's 3-0 a second ago. Arkansas.
7-6 Alabama.
Well, what are you fussing about, man? You ought to heard him over here
I wasn't
fussing.
fussing. I was just saying Alabama's getting beat.
Well, that and a few other things.
No. Well, it's always like this in the first half with them, I mean,
I don't know.
It's just funny.
I don't want to depend on that, but still.
I don't know if we had any turnovers. I was trying to look all that up or whatever, but anything like that or long returns or whatever, but. 7-6 Alabama into the first.
Gotcha.
Well, while we are on our own time here, I do want to congratulate our athlete of the week, Luke Merle of ABS. He has won a gift card from the Athens Applebee's and a Tailgate Talk T-shirt. And beginning next week, we'll be giving out Howl with the Havoc winners.
Yep.
So
big win last night for the Havoc.
Yeah.
5-4 over Peoria.
Mm-hmm.
Was it 4-3? It was 5-4.
It was 5-4. Yeah. Preseason game. Home opener is next Friday.
Have you been to one? Okay, so that was my question. Have you been to one of the games yet? But no,
they've got a couple here on the road.
Is there a decent time? I mean, most of the time, if you want to get in the lower bowl, they're sold out in the lower. Tickets have to be up in the mezzanine.
Yeah. They had a bunch of sellouts last year.
Yeah, they did.
I think
there's always an open seat or two around, and if you just ease your way down there, you can usually work it. That's what I've been told.
Spoken by a true seat sneaker.
That's what I've been told.
Yeah, you seat sneaker, you.
Next thing you know, you're at the ice. How did I get down here? I have no idea.
Should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, I'm excited for the Havoc season. There's so much sports going on right now. You got volleyball, football, baseball, NFL, college, baseball playoffs. It's just crazy.
Driving up the Parkway from South Huntsville yesterday. Looked over there at the soccer stadium, empty. Drove past Toyota Mazda Field, empty. Hockey's the only game in town right now, folks, if you want to see some live professional sports.
Speaking of...
When do we get our man, Freak Daddy Clay Coleman, joining us?
I think we'll probably have him on next Saturday.
Well, I won't be here, dang it. And it's not my fault.
Getting close.
I mean, I actually probably should have had him on this week.
Well,
yeah,
I'm sure. Well, he
kind of looking
he
at
was
the
doing the ball game last night, probably wasn't he? So
no, that was at Austin.
no, oh, they don't do it. That's right.
And he may be
Austin. It's in Texas.
Austin
James Clemens.
He was at Austin. Sorry,
which was a bad loss.
I mean, he would have been at the game. He would have
Yeah.
been at the game for sure. But who knows?
Talk about
he
that a little bit.
he and
you know anything about the game last night?
I was
not
shocked.
really. I was just watching the score on
Yeah,
the
like
score stream. So
I was just shocked. I mean, I don't know why.
I was kind of seeing clips on Facebook here and there, but it's like they'd have a chance, but then they just couldn't. They'd get stopped by a penalty or interception or something like that, and so
that'll cost you every time.
But
turnovers.
Then, James Clemens this week. I was expecting more than 7 points out of him
that's what I'm
anyway,
saying.
and then Sparkman, they kind of stumbled too against Bob Jones.
Yeah.
So, maybe that game just took it out of both teams.
Maybe it did, or I don't know. I don't know. I was surprised to see Bob Jones beat Sparkman like they did, and then I got to thinking maybe Sparkman wasn't as good as what they were advertised. I mean,
well,
they had some big wins, but
yeah, and it's kind of like Coach Johnson said in the pregame last week. They have put up points against teams that were, for want of a better term, not as good.
Sucked.
So they had a lighter schedule. We'll put it that way.
Right.
Early.
Right.
And
I guess that's what I was trying to say. They just weren't. You have all these wins. Well, I mean, like Kentucky last week. Oh, the Wildcats. Kept on telling my nephews, my sisters, I'm like, what are you worried about? Kentucky's played no one.
Yeah.
No one. That's just hype for the media to make this look like it's going to be a game. My one nephew knew it. Gavin, he was on top. He's like, yeah, I know, man, we're going to smoke them. And they did.
They did.
51-13 or something like that. I don't even know.
Yeah.
But Kentucky had not played anybody up to that point, and it showed. It absolutely showed. My disappointment of the week, I guess, not that I'm not a huge baseball nut like I was growing up, but I still love the game. But man, first of all, congratulations to the Braves for having such a wonderful regular season. But boy, for it to end the way it ended, jeez, I've never seen a team press at the plate so much, and I don't understand why. Just seemingly like right out of the last game was very noticeable, but it seemed like even the games prior that they played, even the games they won, they were struggling. Man, they were swinging too hard at balls, not making the pitchers work to get ahead in the count, swinging at first or second pitch, and so their pitchers were going late into the games, because they didn't have, their pitch count was low.
Your bullpen's fresh, or their bullpen's fresh on that one.
I don't know. It was just, and the Phillies are good. One thing I don't understand, me and my Gavin were talking about this, why, the Braves, if you were seeding these teams, they would have been the number 1 seed.
Yes.
The Phillies would have been a number 3 seed. Why were 1 and 3 playing each other instead of 1 and 4 and 2 and 3? That was weird to me. Now I'm not making excuses. Like I said, I'm not going to lose any sleep over the Braves losing, but I wanted them to win. I mean,
absolutely, we still want them to win.
It was just kind of weird. It was just like, why aren't they playing the team with the worst record that's in the playoffs?
Right.
And Phillies gave them grief during the regular season. So, congratulations to the Phillies. They're moving on. And I don't know.
Who do they play? Houston?
Houston's in
the American League. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. All right. Well, hey, we got basketball coming up here very soon.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Davis & Cole LLP in Athens has served the area assisting individuals and businesses with bookkeeping, tax preparation and filing, and routine accounting. Davis & Cole LLP, located at 105 South Marion Street, open weekdays 9 to 5. Call 256-232-9994. Davis & Cole LLP.
Ardmore Telephone Company has been operating right here in your community since the 1950s. Over the years, we've brought you advanced communication services such as telephone, high-speed internet, and security systems. And going forward, we'll be right here ready to provide you with innovative services and the high level of customer service you've come to expect. At Ardmore Telephone, our proof is the test of time, running decades deep. We're Ardmore Telephone, and we are here to stay. For more details, call 1-800-830-9946 or visit ardmore.net.
When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. While others have come and gone, the Lion's Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lion's Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lion's Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lion's Den Gym, 256-652-2627.
Hi, this is former University of Alabama wide receiver Tim Boyd, and you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung, Old Time Cat, alongside Todd the Bod Tomlin, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. And we've got these two crazy cats coming up here on the phone. The crazy First National Bank hotline, making communities great. So I just got one thing to say to y'all before we start talking, and that is, here we are at Augusta. Cinderella boy teasing his eyes, I guess. About to win the Masters Championship. Hey, fellas, what's happening?
Oh, man, we're having a great day. How are y'all?
Hey, you got to tee it up low today, dude. Don't hit them things high. That wind's cut.
The good thing is we brought two guys with us for our team that are a lot better golfers than we are.
Oh, cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to announce who we're interviewing. The head coach of James Clemens baseball, Johnny Johnson, and the head coach of James Clemens softball, Bradley Kimbrough. Now that we know, everybody knows who, we knew who you were talking to. We just figured everybody else could read our mind.
We're just hanging out.
Does the audience not know who we are by voice recognition?
I would think so. With the wonderful job y'all do with James Clemens football coverage, y'all are known probably worldwide,
nationwide,
nationwide for sure.
Yeah. Well, we're working up. We're up to about 10 states. I think we figured out.
Yeah, I started to say we're pushing 10.
So you brought two ringers with you, huh?
Yeah, we got Jess Smith, the head baseball coach at Russellville, and his college teammate Peyton Thomas, old catcher out of Arab, Alabama.
Okay.
Arab, Alabama.
Now where y'all playing today?
We're at Colonial Golf Course over in Meridianville.
Man, yeah.
Do you know something?
The best bent greens around, or used to be.
I had a guy send me a thing. They, oh, shoot. Go ahead and talk, and I'll get this guy's... I've got a flyer. He sent me like the message yesterday. I mean, I can't play with one day's notice.
This is the Liberty Lions, our middle school that feeds James Clemens. It's their baseball fundraiser.
Okay. I was going to ask you who it's for. So what hole y'all on right now?
I don't even know. We got about 4 left.
We're
confused on where we are on the course. We started in the middle of it. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah.
Little shotgun start this morning.
No, they still have bent grass out there? Somebody told me that they replaced their greens.
In good shape.
Okay.
No, they did. Last year we played in this thing, and they had 3 or 4 of them tore up. You had to like cut in the middle of the fairway.
Okay.
But they got everything put in, and they're nice.
Yeah, it's always a fun course.
Oh, God.
So what are y'all currently scoring right now?
Look, I don't want to put it out there in case any of the other contestants are listening.
Well, and they probably are, because a lot of people do.
But I'll be honest with you, I think we're in contention right now.
Oh, nice.
I mean, look, not to brag on myself, but I did drop 2 eagle putts today to really help us out.
Did you really?
Yeah, Tom didn't believe that about the 43-foot putt.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
The 43-foot eagle putt.
You got a 43 eagler today. Well, look at you.
Jess, what do you think? About 40 foot on that first eagle? Yeah, he said he gave confirmation.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing what the extracurricular beverages can sometimes do for you when you're on the golf course.
It changes the.
Well, no, that was like third
that was
hole
early.
of the day.
That was early. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a water putt at that point. Okay, water Coca-Cola putt.
I was still on a cup of coffee.
Have y'all got a good turnout today?
Man, it's been great. It's a really good thing for Liberty. There's a lot of teams, and of course, their baseball players are out here greeting us, and
that's good.
And they do a great job, man. They do an awesome job this whole tournament.
Oh, good.
I think last time.
Now if our golf was only as good as the tournament.
I hear you, man. It's funny how that is. You watch these guys on television, you watch these videos. Like, yeah, I can do that. Just you just swing, and the ball goes right down the middle every time.
Well, for us, for Johnny and I, it's a little personal this year. Last year we were teamed up with our AD, Jason Watts, who we think very highly of.
Yeah,
and he was our ace player last year. Yeah, he was our ace player last year. But this year he decided to I don't know if it was NIL or if he got picked up on waivers, but he jumped ship.
Wow.
And,
he did what now?
He jumped ship. He changed teams.
He changed teams?
Definitely some NIL involved.
Yeah, there's NIL involved in that.
I would think so. But don't worry, we replaced him with somebody who could play better. We found you. Deion Sanders. It's personal. We took it personal. Yeah.
As you should. You should.
Hey, I tell you what.
We'll be holding receipts today.
If you see him on the course, I'm gonna tell you what to say to him. You say, "Hey, Smells, $1,000 you slice."
Oh man.
Now, guys, I was in
gambling at Bushwood,
and I never slice. I played in North Carolina at Cross Creek Country Club last week instead of working that day, and so I went back to the hotel and watched Caddyshack, man.
This is live radio, so don't cuss, young man. What's your name?
Leighton West.
Huh?
Leighton West.
Leighton West. He's one of the Liberty baseball players out here meeting and greeting. Say hello to the people on Tailgate Talk.
Hey, Leighton.
Hi.
What's up, Leighton? What's going on, buddy? Listen.
You having a good time today, Leighton?
Yeah.
We're raising some money for the Liberty baseball program. What grade are you in, Leighton?
Sixth
grade?
Wow.
Oh, you a manager?
Yes.
Oh, so he's a manager for the baseball team. He should be a baseball player next year.
Awesome.
Right. Well, you at least got to meet one of the guys.
Have fun, Leighton.
He walked off. He's a little shy.
Guys,
Kimbrough, he ain't got the public speaking yet.
We got to talk to y'all on the golf course where we can talk longer. We're out of time already, so
that's unfortunate.
That's very unfortunate.
I was about to call Coach Johnson's tee shot right here.
Oh man, we'll have to get y'all on the next tournament.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just remember, watch out for the pool and when the caddies are allowed to come swim at the country club pool. Stay away.
All right. Yeah, they're waiting too. They're patiently.
Hey guys, it's always great talking to you, but we got to go.
Have fun, guys.
Thanks, fella.
See ya.
Thanks. Have a
good luck.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of another wonderful show. On behalf of Todd the Bod, Tom, and producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, my name's Tom McClung. I'm going home to cook some gumbo in honor of our butt whooping we're finna put on LSU this evening.
Hear you.
So we ain't got to go home, but we got to stay, get ourselves up out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week.
You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk live on location. You can hear the archive of this and other shows online at tailgatetalk.net. Join us next Saturday at 10 a.m. on 1080 WKAC. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is a production of Play Action Sports on 1080 WKAC.